Right, good. I think it's afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Turn Cycling YouTube channel, and welcome to Kyrgyzstan, and welcome to the fourth in my series of kit setup for the Silk Road Mountain Race. So I'm here with Neil, one of the Turn Cycling coaching clients. We're here on acclimatization maneuvers high up in the mountains of Kyrgyzstan. We're actually on the race route at the moment, which has been great to recce some of the climbs. We're currently at an altitude of 3,400 meters, so the air is a little on the thin side, but it's the second time we've been this high, and acclimatization is going pretty well. Right, we've already covered electronics in the first episode of my kit series. In the second one we looked at sleep kit. In the third we looked at clothing, and today we're going to look at the bike setup and bag setup. So let's get to it, shall we? Oh, right. Hopefully you can see me all clearly there, and hopefully you can hear me, because if I've messed the sound up on this, then we're going to have to go back and do it again. So here's the bike setup for Silk Road Mountain Race 2023. We'll get onto the bike second. Let's start with the bags first of all. Starting with the Aeropack at the back. I've been working with Tailfin for over 3 years now, ever since I bought my first Aeropack. It's a real pleasure and privilege to be part of their rider R&D team, and it's so cool to be involved in the prototyping and testing of some of their bits of kit. So on the back we have the carbon Aeropack with the pannier mounts. Now at the moment the pannier mounts aren't on. I shall probably take those with me. I've brought the 5 litre mini panniers here to Kyrgyzstan. I'm going to take those for food, basically. I think having extra food or the ability to carry a lot of food is going to give me a lot more options when I'm out on the race course. It should allow me to push further, not be so worried about whether I'm going to run out of food, and it will also allow me to carry a stove. I've brought quite a bit of Expedition Foods dehydrated meal packs, so I should be able to keep the calorie count going up. So yeah, Tailfin Aeropack with the pannier mounts, that goes at the back. Works really well. Ooh, don't fall over there. Works really well with the full suspension, and I get about 2 to 3 centimeters of travel with the dropper post, which is just enough to give it a little bit of use when it gets to some of the steeper, more technical terrain. Continuing with the Tailfin theme, in the frame here I've got a custom frame bag, very kindly made for me just ahead of Trans-Balkans a few months ago. The only change to this since then is we've upgraded the zips with a tougher zip, better able to take the dirt and abuse of off-road trails. The trade-off is not quite as waterproof, but we've got a flap over there to keep as much rain out as we can, but everything in there will go in bags anyway. Moving to the top, we've got the Tailfin 1.1 litre flip top tube bag. And this is one of those bits of kit that I worked on testing. I had the 0.8 litre top tube bag for about a year, testing it in all my races last year. And then moving to the front, what we've got is a Miss Grape handlebar cradle, and then I can't remember the name of the company, but I found this basically this small outfit in Manchester, which is basically just a guy in a little workshop making Cuban fibre stuff sacks. So that goes on the front. That'll contain all my sleep kit and spare bibs, night clothes, etc. The frame bag will mainly be things I need during the day, so pedal head jacket, lightweight gloves, repair kit, toolkit, tubalitos, what else is in there, small towel, just everything that I might need to get at during the day. And then in the Aeropack at the back we've got warm trousers, we've got my pump, and probably a load of other stuff in there that I have completely forgotten about. My waterproof trousers are in there at the moment. Yeah, more stuff. I'll hopefully I'll remember what that was later. Right, on to the bit that you're probably most interested in, which is the bike setup. Now, both for me and I think for off-road races like this in general, we've been through an evolution of what bike to use for races like this over the course of the last 4 or 5 years. I think in the first Silk Road mountain race and in a lot of early off-road races, people were using gravel bikes. But as we get more experience, we've really come to realise that comfort and the ability to continue riding on rough roads is so important. A lot of people now riding hardtails, and I would say the majority of riders here this year will be on hardtails, but more and more we're seeing people come with full suspension mountain bikes. Now, I know people say, run what you've got. You don't need a mountain bike to do a race like this, and I think there is somebody bringing a cargo bike to the race just to illustrate that point. But a mountain bike really is, I think mountain bikes are the best value bikes on the market really. You buy a road bike, they're expensive. Gravel bikes are expensive for what you get. I think you don't need to spend a huge amount on a gravel bike to get something capable of taking on a race like this. I think £3,000, which that's quite a lot of money, but given the state of the bike industry at the moment, I don't think that's an obscene amount of money, and that doesn't get you a top-end road bike or gravel bike. They're £10,000-12,000. So yeah, £3,000. I think that gives you a bike that you could quite easily do the Silk Road on. Now, that being said, this is not a £3,000 bike. This is a very nice setup indeed. So first of all, the heart of it, the frame. The frame is an Allied BC40. She's called Alice, this one. I name all my bikes. This one's called Alice. So yeah, Allied BC40, and I've got to give a big shout out to Omar and the guys at Edge Cycling who helped me out with this bike. It is a 120mm travel XC stroke trail bike, and it's very good going up, and it's very good going down. I've been riding it for about 6 months now, and I absolutely love it. Bounce duties come courtesy of Fox, so we've got a Fox factory 34 step cast on the front, and then a Fox float dual piston shock on the back. Both have 3 high-speed compression settings, so full lockout, medium, and then fully open. Generally, I'm fully open when I'm off-road, and I'm locked out when I'm on-road. I do tweak the settings a little bit for this kind of racing, especially on the fork. So I've taken all of the volume spacers out. I run it at the same pressure as I would do on a trail centre, because we're not really going super hard on a race like this. And then just dial up the rebound a little bit to deal with the extra weight on the bike. Shifting duties, it's a mishmash here. We got Shimano chain, Shimano cassette, rotor crankset, which is a power meter as well. I'm running a 30-tooth oval chainring, and then a 1051 cassette at the back. The mech and shifter are SRAM AXS XX1. I couldn't imagine riding without electronic gears really. I tried it briefly on this one when I first got it, didn't like it, so I've switched to AXS. Doesn't mean I need to carry batteries, but it just takes so much pressure off your hands and your wrist. Pedals, Shimano XT. Brakes, fairly budget brakes. I'm just running Shimano. I'll let him go past. I'm just running Shimano SLX brakes. I've got a twin piston on the back and then a 4 piston on the front. Again, not really for braking power, more to save my wrists. 180mm rotors. And then these are running on some very nice Salt carbon wheels on DT Swiss hubs. Big shout out to Conrad and the team at Salt Carbon Parts. He's been providing me with wheels for about 5 years now, and they are excellent. Final bit of kit of note on this, tyres. I'm running 2.2 Conti Race Kings. These are probably the fastest mountain bike tyres you can get, alongside the Schwalbe Thunderberts. They're faster than almost every gravel tyre on the market, and faster than a lot of road tyres, would you believe. So really fast setup, and I've always found them super reliable. So there we go, that is the setup. Any questions on that, leave it in the comments down below. Do hit subscribe, do hit the like button, and hopefully you can follow me on Instagram at Neil Copeland to get live updates from the Silk Road Mountain Race. That's it for my series on equipment. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you on the race. Oh Jesus, and now my knees have gone. Fucking hell.